What it is, Quakes, how we feeling, how we doing, how we looking, sickening. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing my makeup, but while I'm doing my makeup, we're definitely going to have a discussion. We're going to have an open conversation about why people don't mind their business and why those people who do not mind their business are sad, angry, lonely, and miserable. It just is what it is. Okay, I'm just going to tell you that it is what it is because it is that. Yeah. So let's get started. Before getting into anything else, I started with a little bit of BB cream only because I only use BB cream. Let me break it down for you. I don't like foundation. Why? Because I feel like it took me so long to get to a point where I'm okay and happy and loving for my face that if I cover up all my blemishes and I can do it like that, I feel like I'm not going to like me anymore without it. I think I'm going to rely on it way too much and I don't have time for that. So I recommend doing this, and I only do it when I don't feel like shaving because my hair grows back faster than Speedy Gonzalez, honey, and it's not okay. So in order to prevent all of that extraness, and sometimes I just don't feel like it, you know, you just wash your face and you go about your business, throw this on top of it and it kind of removes that excess of a beard if you're not going for that look. Sometimes I don't care, but this day, we gonna be stunning. And the way I wanna be stunning is not having a beard. So, going to the topic of basically business and how people don't mind it. I just got out of a place where it was very difficult for me to... Let me get everything I need real quick because I'm making a lot of noise and I have no time. I know y'all probably don't have no time for it, but you're gonna deal. I have recently gotten to a point where I could care less about people. And I know for a lot of I know other people out there will look at that like, wow, you don't care about people? How can you say that? You know, that's so wrong to do that. And I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm gonna tell you this way. People have shown me that they're not to be trusted for the most part. For the most part, I'm not gonna put everyone in that category, but for the most part, people are not to be trusted. So, in order to keep my peace, my happiness, I treat people accordingly. So, energy. And I know a lot of people be like, oh, energy isn't real, and blah, 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 or you can't really go off vibes. Yes, you can. You cannot tell me within meeting somebody, you know, in that exchange of hello, how are you? Oh, hi, hello, how are you? You know, oh, it's nice seeing you, whatever. You cannot tell me you don't feel certain vibes from that person. You know whether or not you and that person is gonna click. And if you're not gonna click, there is no reason to be putting excess energy into that. Okay? So I do that now. I've done that, and I'm doing it now for the people that are currently around me. And let me tell you something, there's a couple of them that's not very happy about it. But again, I don't care. Why? Because I have this philosophy that if I have been such an amazing person and I have been listening to you and I have been following your love language to a T, and you still disrespect and are rude and, you know, you just don't care for my feelings, my thoughts, what I want, what I've asked for. And I'm very clear with everything I tell any and everybody. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I'm not trying to have you solve riddles. It's nothing like that. I'm gonna tell you what it is, and that's just that. So when you agree to my terms, you just signed a contract. And in any particular business or corporation, once you have broken those terms of that contract that you just signed or said, you are up for immediate elimination. So why not do that in real life with people? Because they are signing somewhat of a contract when they agree to a type of person that you are, when they agree to the type of love that you need, when they have excelled to a point of friendship where you're like, oh, this is my family, oh, this is my girl, this is my boy, we cool. Once you get to those levels and you're not equally giving like things from both cups, it gotta go. And I am becoming more and more okay with that fact and not really worrying about Oh, also, don't worry about that. That is because this school thinks that because it gets out of the 50s, it's immediately 350 degrees outside, so they keep the air conditioners on. I was trying to cover it, but the wind is so strong that it blew it right off the thing, and I'm just quite lazy to get it off. So, yeah. People show you their true colors. When people show you who they really are, you're automatically given an option to believe them. I know a lot of people, including me, tend to repaint those people to be the color of our choosing. So let's say someone's like, yeah, I do this, I do that, I do this. I love this way, I do these things. And I am red. Or I am blue. And you know red and blue don't really mesh with you. It does not mesh well with you. So you're like, you know what? I'm gonna ignore all your colors that you just told me and I'm gonna make you yellow. Yes, you are now yellow. So when their true color pops out of that yellow you done repainted on them, you so shook and hurt and you know, it's so distraught and you can't believe, and it was all your fault. It was all your fault. Why? Because they told you. They told you from the beginning, whether it be through actual words or through their actions, because people are going to let you know who they are from the get-go, okay? If you're not going to see somebody for who they really are right away, you're definitely going to see it as time continues. And again, you have that option to either believe it or not. I'm not telling you what to do, but I am going to tell you what's working for me and what I feel like would solve or alleviate stress for a lot of people. Once I stopped recoloring people and stopped making people out to be something that I knew they would never ever be, I had no room to be disappointed by them because I didn't expect that from them. If you have 1 or 2 people that you know are there for you, they're down for you, they're not going to hurt you, they have your best interest at heart, it's okay to have 1 or 2 people. You do not need to have a whole tribe of people behind you who are, you know, hopefully going to be there loving and supporting you. That is so unrealistic, especially in the world we live in where people care so much about how other people perceive them and whether or not they're matching the trends or whatever is going on right now. I'm not that type of person, never have been. So why would I ever try to be with those type of people? You don't. Not saying you're not going to run into these type of people ever. No. But you're going to know how to deal with them. You're not going to put too much trust into them. You're not going to put too much responsibility in how you feel on them. When you give people power to change how you feel about yourself, you've lost everything. And I can say this because I have. And when I say you lose everything, I mean you lose yourself. And if you don't have yourself, you've lost everything. Chad, I just spoke the tea. The real tea. Not Lipton, honey. Not Lipton. I spoke the real tea. In the past, I've been known to give people 110 chances. And once I forgive them for doing something that I know they will never ever change, I'm just like, whoa, slow your horses. Where did this come from? Even though I knew where it came from. I knew that this would potentially happen. Not to say that all people are not capable of changing and being what you require them to be or need them or want them to be. And I'm saying this vice versa, not for you to just go around and expect things from other people without them expecting things back from you. Let's say that, let's be honest, let's be true. Do not think that you're just going to be going around in the world telling people how they're supposed to treat you, but you're not willing to meet other people. I'll say it again. Do not go around thinking that other people are supposed to treat you a certain way when you're not even willing to change for them. Especially if it's not hurting you or hindering you. If it's going to make you a better person, if it's going to make your relationship stronger with that person, there's really nothing you should be having a problem about. If you really care for that person how you say you do, if you ride or die, if that's your homie, your ace, boom, boom, zoom, doom, 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 there should be no problem with, you both sharing experiences, you both growing together. Not to say that you're never going to have problems, because problems are problems. They're going to happen. It's just how you deal with them. And the way I'm going to deal with them from now on is not letting people get up in my circle when I know and I knew that they weren't right for it. Now, some of y'all may be wondering or questioning, like, Quay, what happened that made you come to this realization? What made you get into this new set of aura or whatever? You're in a new place. I can see it. I can feel it. What happened? I'm gonna tell you like this. It was college. College, especially the one that I am at right now. It is a PWI, and it is that in every sense of the word. AKA, it is not a place if you are not the W out of the PWI. I'm just saying what I said. I said it, and please believe. When I get up out of here, there's gonna be a story time for the day. Absolutely. There will definitely be a story time because I have no time. And they know what they've done. Literally, there have been a group of people on campus, and they said the only good thing a student of color or a black student will get, more specifically a black student will get on being on this campus, is to learn more about being black. That I have. And I'm so grateful for that because I have gotten so much more in touch with who I am and what I stand for. It's amazing. I feel so much more confident in who I am as a black man. And the last thing I want to talk about before I go somewhere else and be segmented is boundaries. Now, a lot of people act as if they don't even know how to establish their boundaries. You have all the tools you need, and I'm just gonna tell you this. Does whatever that person just did bother you? Does it make you uncomfortable? Does it make you hide who you really are? Does it make you question the relationship between you and that person? If so, that is something you need to set a boundary to. That is clearly something that triggers you. That is clearly something that makes you uncomfortable. That is clearly something you're not okay with. Therefore, you need to let people know, hey, these things you're doing, the way that these people the way that these people act sometimes, the way that you say these certain phrases at times, it bothers me for these reasons. Can you please not do them anymore? How hard is that? I also realized that, because I was one of them, in this society, in this generation, a lot of people don't like having conversations because they know that some of them can be pretty deep. Some of them know that they could be damn near intrusive, if that's even the word. Wrong word, but they can be deep, is what I'm trying to say. A lot of people don't want to have those deep conversations because they're afraid of what comes out of them. They don't want real answers. It's like people are afraid of getting deep into a relationship. People are afraid of getting so connected to somebody. I feel like this generation just has trauma in general. We're trying to get with people, talk to people, be honest with people. And that's, again, all because everyone is so focused on how everyone else is perceiving them. But we're not going to talk about that. That's what I was saying. Boundaries. Set them up to the point where if something is going to affect you in the long run, if every time you're around them, you're drained, clearly they're doing something that you're not okay with. So think of everything that you have done. Think of your whole relationship with this person. Think of all of your interactions you've had with this person and pinpoint where exactly are you losing your energy. Those certain things, you need to make them your boundaries. You need to grab all of them, write a little note on them, and put them back in front of their face. Like, hey, these things right here, do not do them if you plan on being my friend. For these reasons, please. Always throw a please in there because, again, you're hoping that this person will grow and you both can grow and you can continue to be friends and all that good stuff. But sometimes a lot of people don't like having that conversation. They don't like being told what to do. And to be honest, they just weren't worth being your friend in general. Move around, forget them, move on. And first of all, makeup check. Looking cunt. Okay, so going more into it, I hope the message that you are taking away from everything I just told you is basically Not allowing other people to make it seem like you're crazy. Not make it seem like you're the one. Oh my God, you switched up. You're acting different. Girl, different these. Because at this point, you know, just like I know, what we have both done. If you're actually going to step out of your own feelings, step out your feelings, step out of their feelings, and look at the situation for what it is. And if you have done that, and you have objectively come up with a solution, a conclusion on what has happened, and it seems to tie up with everything else that anyone else has said about that person, or you have experienced yourself, do not question yourself anymore. You're only doing yourself a mistrust, because sooner or later you're gonna doubt the trust in yourself when you've been telling yourself, when you've known that person was just not it. So stop giving people that power to make you question yourself. When you know what it is, you know what it is, and stop playing with people. This is why they feel like it's a game, because there's an allowance of them to continue to play with you. Once you cut it off, you're gonna feel weird at first. It's gonna be weird because they're gonna act like all shady and do childish stuff sometimes. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they're grown up and they're mature. But for the most part, people are gonna be childish and hurt that you had the gall to be better. You had the gall, you had the nerve to accept better. You had the nerve to grow. You had the nerve to not be that manipulative person anymore. And people are going to be so pressed about that. Oh my God. But that's not your problem. So, again, forget it. Forget them. Move forward in your life, doing what you want to do, and you'll be fine. That's all I got to say. Now that I have done all that, I'm going to get changed. I'm going to put on the full fantasy, and then I will be right back. Not me trying to get a full fantasy, but apparently the weather does not agree. Okay,